There is a compilation. That's crazy.
Well, a compilation of.
Oh, Joe Rogan jumping the M-bomb.
You haven't seen it before?
I have not, actually.
Really?
I have not. That's wild. I know what I'm gonna watch on my drive home.
You're just gonna watch his compilation just straight. You'd be like, this kind of slaps. Like, yeah.
This is my new motivation mixtape.
Yeah, that N-word, like, you can say it. That N-word video that went viral. The insane thing is just how out of context they take everything, and like, look, I don't know if there's a context of the N-word that can be look positive, but he the way he said it on the way Rogan said it when he explained at least one of them where he's quoting someone saying it. It's weird. Can you say it if you're quoting someone? Because it does break the stride.
It does, especially with rap songs and whatnot. You know, honestly, that's one of the most complex. That's one of the things that's really hard about American culture, especially with like the N-word. Who can say it? Who can't say it? Why are things the way they are? And I think that Rogan did a great job during his special, though, of like making that into something comedic, where he was like, he's like, they took all the times I've said it over the years and put it back to back, and I was like, "This is 4 minutes long, god damn!"
He said 4 minutes left.
4 minutes left. Yeah.
Like, stop saying it.
But I mean, I have to commend Rogan for a really outstanding stand-up special. I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm sober. You know, which is,
and you're sober.
Yeah, because they usually have about 1 drink minimum or whatever. I'm no drinks in. I just watched it and had a good time.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing about comedy. Like, you've got to. I mean, I've only ever seen it comedy sober, like with those 2 drink minimums. My drinks are always like cranberry juice or lemonade.
Yep.
But the dude, we should start trying to do some stand up.
I'm about it. I mean, I'm literally, when I have more bandwidth, that's one of my plans. I'm going to be signing up for stand up at the local comedy club.
You're gonna have to get your words a little bit more
I know,
cohesive if you want to do stand up.
But that for me, that's the whole journey, right? Because I mean, if you would have met me years ago, I would have said 2 words to you because I was so in my shell. So for me, you get better by doing. So if I want to get better at speaking and be more articulate, I gotta fucking talk more.
It's true.
You know, so now I'm in sales, so I speak to make income, but I want to further that needle because I believe that skill set of being able to speak, convey, persuade, it's the best skill to have in the world.
Persuade.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
A little
fun fact: the reason why I go by sway is actually to be persuasive.
Nice.
Because I would go to the clubs a lot and like meet these girls, and I would say, "Oh, what's your name?" Jojue, and they always go, "Huh." I can't have Becky be confused. So now I'm just sway, 1 syllable. You know?
What was the line you were saying in the car that you used to say to girls? Like, what? I'm feeling me.
Oh, yeah. So when I talk to shorties, I'd be like, "Girl, why are you playing around? You know you feeling me." And it was such a great line because either they would be like, "No." But more times than not, they would laugh and they'd be like, "Shut up." And once they say that, I'm like, hook, line, sinker.
Did that ever work though?
Oh yeah, frequently. More
Really?
often than not, it did. Yeah.
Interesting. There are some,
but mind you, wait, for context, I don't just like, "Hi, I'm Sway. Why are you playing around? You know you feeling me?"
Why are you playing around?
There has to be some type of like rapport and vibe built, and then I drop the line.
It's just an abrasive penetration. Just, why are you feeling me? What? What's my who? You're like, you want this. Honestly, when I first came to America, there was a kind of like I went to Venice Beach, and like the way in which some gentlemen of your skin type, I would watch some of their approaches to women. I'm just like, damn.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. Like some people just get like one guy I remember coming up and he just goes, "Hey girl, you feeling?" And I was just like, I was looking at me, this little white boy, new to American culture. I was just like, does that ever work?
I mean, see, there was an article I read that was talking about dating in America, and it said that what he noticed is that there were different types of like categories of women, right, as it pertains to like dating black men. There were those who
liked them big,
right? They wanted to be featured on Blacked, and those that didn't. But what he noticed is that girls who were open to dating black men, if they were white, for example, they were like down. So I think that
What do you mean down?
like, sorry, rather
You mean
they
like
had
DTF?
yeah, it's for the women that did have it wasn't so much that they were I'm open to it. It was more so like, oh no, I prefer that type. Yeah, so
you can't like accidentally go to a buffet and, you know, slip on some chocolate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's not like I'm indifferent to chocolate. If it came around, I'd be about it. It's always like, no, I like chocolate. Bring it here. You know what I'm saying? It's what he
So
mentioned.
they're more like a sweet tooth and a savory kind of gal.
Exactly.
Because some white boys can get some salty. Like, we get salty.
I mean, that's what I mean. You know, that's one. I mean, any horse can get salty, but I mean, I don't disagree with you. But in my experience, it's been true. I mean, I have met some women who are like they are down for the brown.
Which brown we talking about now?
Anyone you wanted to be. There's a woman out there for everybody. No matter your type of brown.
Down for the brown. Well, some of the pickup lines that are always fat. There is a pickup line that my friend told me that I am astounded it works.
Oh, I want to hear this one.
So when I was back in the first time I traveled to Europe with my two friends, Ash and D. D is this massive Kiwi, aka New Zealander, who like gentle giant, like he could just smash you with a hand, like, you know, he'd give you the Thanos click and you'd be dead. But he would have this line that when he went to the club, he would wait until the end. Like, you know, all the good girls have left. They've all gone home. They've probably gone with someone or solo, but there's a couple of stragglers that are lingering.
Oh yeah.
And so his mentality was these girls, they're still around because they want to get down.
Yep.
And so he would just walk up to them very nicely and he would just grab their hand and continue walking and go, "Is that us?" And just walk. And we're looking at them going, there's no way that works. We were in Europe for 2 weeks. It worked twice.
That's crazy. I don't think that's fire, which it is fire.
The confidence, just grab the hand, keep walking. Is that us? And then she'd be like, yes, I guess.
You get that's the gall.
Bear in mind, has not said a single word to this girl at all the whole night.
That's wild.
Yeah, I don't think many of them were sober.
None of them probably were.
No. But I mean, look, if he was as big as his hands are, I don't think they're complaining.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah. There is a certain beauty to that. Actually, I had
big boys.
About big boy, yeah. When you're a big boy, and when you're a big attractive Kiwi, you know, people just sometimes just
gentle giant.
Yeah, doors just open. I had an experience recently where I had a chance to see behind the veil the female psyche, the female mind.
Oh God, are you okay after that,
bro? It was the craziest experience. This happened last night, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I had this opportunity last night,
bro. So get this. I see a photo of this couple that's a friend of I'm speaking to this girl, and a photo of our mutual friends pop up on Instagram, and it's like their like relationship highlight video photo. And so I simply asked her what she thought about the photo and like the action for the person doing it for their anniversary. Less than a year, for context. They did a big old post.
That's not an anniversary, then it's just a versary.
It's like a
because Annie is annual, so it's just
it's not even 1 year. It's like a XYZ number of months.
Oh God,
Yeah.
How old are these people?
In their 30s.
I hate those people.
That's what, you know, so I saw it and I thought the guy was a simp. So I was like, hey, as a woman who's married, what are your thoughts on this post?
No, I fucking hate those people,
so,
dude.
Now get this. So I asked that question. Next thing you know, she goes on to talk about how he's unemployed and all these different things. And I was like, I just asked for the photo and what you thought about the action of the photo. But I saw in real time the ugly versus handsome paradox, where she wasn't talking about the action. She was talking about the person who did the action. Because we've seen the trope of like, hey, when the handsome young CEO comes up to the girl and says, "I like your blouse." Oh my God, thank you for the compliment. But when the janitor's like, "I like your blouse," oh, HR, he touched me. I don't feel safe. Yeah. And I saw that happen in real time.
Yeah, it's only sexual assault if he's ugly,
basically,
or broke.
Or both.
Yeah. Yeah, both. Then you're 100%.
Then you're going to jail.
So back to I hate people that once you get part, like, what's the threshold of you cannot celebrate a month anniversary as soon as you're out of high school. As soon as you're out of high school, you've hit that you're 19.
Yeah.
Anything less than a year, if you celebrate it, you are gay.
And why are they gay?
I just hate people. Like, it's just so sad where it's just like, hey, we've been dating for 4 weeks. Like, when you're 20 years old, 4 weeks is so fast.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point? 4 weeks. All right. Also, financially, this is an unsustainable relationship. I'll give you a month anniversary 12 times a year now. Like, are we trying to invest in the future together, or we're just like investing right now? Because I need to set some pennies aside if we're gonna have something going on.
Talk about setting a precedent, right? Because I mean, your first year, if you're doing every 2 months, it's like, bruh. I mean, at that point, unless your gift to her is gonna be like a stock option or some dividend, you know what I mean? Like, hey babe, I got some shares in Vanguard. Happy 6 months.
I don't think a single woman would be happy with an actual investment. Like, women love expenses. You give them an investment, they're like, what the fuck am I meant to do with this? It's like, maybe set up for your future.
Here's some shares of Vanguard. You don't want some shares. Here's some shares of Berkshire Hathaway. You don't want
They don't want that. It's like, actually, that is an interesting point, because women want, like, the way you display love for a woman is by throwing away money. If you invest money into them, they're like, excuse me?
Well, what do you think about the Build-A-Bears?
The Build-A-Bears.
So it's metaphorically speaking.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you have a woman who, you know, she's good and has some potential but could use some work, you know, I think that could be an investment. You know, you start to put some things in place. Maybe you get her a LA Fitness membership, get her a trainer, get her some meal prep.
Actually, that is yeah. I mean, usually when you do that, like, you are the piece of shit, though. That is interesting, because like, women are always like, guys. It's okay if you date a guy and you're like, look, I know he has potential. You say that your missus has potential. You are you're a piece of work. You know, like, no, I'm not perfect right now. It's like, love, I'm not perfect right now. If I can't expect that from me, how do I expect that from you?
What is the most toxic quote in the world? If you can't handle me at my worst, you'll deserve me at my best. I hate that
that's
quote
fine.
so much.
That's fine. I can't handle you. Toodaloo, love.
Toodaloo. The presumption, actually.
Yeah.
You know?
If you can't handle me at my worst, it's just like, why do I have to handle you at your worst?
That.
Well, the problem is, like, handling a guy at his worst is like, he's probably going to kill you. So
women can't be murderers. That's sexist.
Well, that is the problem. Like, a guy at his worst is way worse than a female at his worst.
What are your thoughts on the whole, who would you rather be trapped in the woods with, a man or a bear? Have you heard that? Have you seen that trend?
Yeah. Women are idiots, dude. Anyone who says a man... Oh, so anyone who says a bear over a man is like, statistically, yes, the biggest killer to women is men, but that's just because you're not around enough bears. You're not split testing. Like, put a woman around 10 bears and put a woman around 10 men. I feel like the survival rate is going to be slightly higher with the men over the bears. But that just shows you the insane mentality and complete disconnection that a lot of people, in this example, women, have around reality. Like, men are so dangerous that I believe it's safer to be with an apex predator than a man. That you.
Not to mention, you didn't specify which man it is. It could have been Warren Buffett.
What if it was a midget? So, do you know what we should do? We should go around and ask women.
That would be amazing.
No, here's one. I can logic trap women with the bear versus man question. You and I need to go up and ask women.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to be in the woods with a man or a bear? Mm-hmm. And when they say bear, and I go, what if the guy is black? Racial trap. Because now if they go bear, they're like, oh, so you don't like black people? What are you trying to say?
That's crazy.
That
would be so interesting actually to see. What if it's a midget person? So now they can't be dangerous. You know, I've seen midget.
We should split test this.
I'd be interested.
It'd be so funny because like as soon as if I think if you said white man or a bear, most women will irrationally be like, a bear. You say any other type of man, Asian man, black man, Indian, maybe Indian, they choose bear, midget. They will all of a sudden flip.
That is so interesting. That would be an amazing social experiment.
We should do it.
Nearby?
Huh. The problem is like you kind of need to be around liberal women.
They're not any liberal women in malls nearby.
In malls, I don't even know if we.
Where
have
do they hang
malls.
out? Starbucks.
I think they just sit around CNN and just and watch The View and just cluck together like cluck, 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 cluck. How terrible.
It would be interesting, however, to do this with both liberal and conservative women.
Well, conservative women love men. Because you got to remember, statistically, conservative women are of the whole like men are protectors, men are this, that's the bear. I can guarantee that bear versus man argument was. They asked a bunch of liberals.
I'd be so fascinated to ask first what their political affiliation is, and then transition immediately into the man versus bear.
100%. It'd be like Spanish or English. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you liberal or conservative? Liberal. All right. Bear or man?
Would you rather be you? That would be that. I'm so down.
Yeah.
100% down.
Well, it'd just be so funny because like I want to see. You know what you do? The way we can split test it is quite literally just I will ask a bunch of women, and then I'll hide behind a bush, and you ask a bunch of women, and I want to see if there's a difference because whoever's asking the question, they're going to presume the person asking the question is of the racial identity of the man.
Oh,
yeah.
And
then we can put you in a hood outfit and be like, "Yo, ma'am, what you do?" Is that right? I don't know.
Why you playing? Why you playing around? You know you.
Yeah, you can be like, "Yo, miss." What you?
Hey, yo, mom.
Yo, mama.
Hey, yo, mom. Let me talk to you real quick.
Yo, honey bunny.
You Republican.
Honey bunny, come over
I got
here.
A question. You want to be in the woods with a bear or with a real one like me?
You know you like it.
She's like, wait, what?
Yeah, you got a choice between a black bear and a black man. What you choosing, bitch? I don't know why he went southern halfway through that, but he did.
Shit. I'm down. I mean, I think it would just be interesting as a social experiment. I honestly, but at the same time, once again, playing devil's advocate.
Devil's avocado?
Yeah, bro. You see all these TikToks about these bears sitting peacefully next to these people while they're like,
Oh, the Russians?
I have actually seen a Russian. Supposedly, I think it's AI or I'm just retarded.
No, Russians are crazy.
Is that the one where like the bear is pushing on the tree and it's like bouncing up and down and the guy's like lifting? Oh my god, have you seen that?
Oh no, that is real.
That's real.
Yeah, that is real. That's Russia. They have you can have brown bears as pets, which is kind of crazy because if you see a brown bear versus a black bear,
brown bears are bigger and more dangerous, right?
Like black bears steal your wallet and like brown bears blow up buildings. I wouldn't say that. Someone else has said that, okay? I'm just quoting someone else. Don't blame me. I would never say that.
I'm adding this to the compilation.
It's like, did you hear what he said about bears? He's a bear racist.
That's, honestly though, I really do think, listen, what is racism? I've been thinking about this a lot.
Oh, we getting meta, are we? Let's keep it silly.
In truth,
Racism.
Is it when you make that joke about the bears, or is it when you make it about the people at 7-Eleven, or is it it's like at what point do we
what would a brown bear Slurpee taste like?
Oh, I'd be
blueberries for sure.
I'd be about it.
Yeah,
I'd be about it. Bro, honestly,
could you imagine that you're going into 7-Eleven, there's just a bear behind it. You're like, holy shit, it's a black bear, and it's like, hello, sir. Like, oh, it's one of the. He's legal. He got his visas. He's fine.
Bro, I think about I watched this TikTok recently,
You love TikTok.
I do love TikTok.
What's about TikTok?
Say it again?
What's it about the TikTok that you like?
I just love how it just knows me. If TikTok came out with like a like virtual wife, I think I would opt for that. I would opt
Really?
in. Yeah, I can see myself. Bro, have you used TikTok at length?
Nah, not really.
If you don't do it, I wish I hadn't. You'll be chasing the dragon forever, bro. It's because it comes up with stuff that's made just for you. Like, so for example, speaking of TikToks, so one of the ones that it made was like rage bait. So it was this black woman, and she's married to a white guy, and the caption was like, showing my black daughter how to make Kool-Aid or something like that. And like the way how the video was set up, you thought it was gonna be like a racist punchline, but he literally meant like, oh no, it was like teaching this black girl how to make Kool-Aid.
Oh, this black girl
or something like that. But it was his daughter, like his literal daughter.
Interesting. Well, so hold on. Why is it if you are of mixed race, you're black, but you're not white?
So I started getting like TikTok just knows me. I got so curious because like I'm like she looked like she didn't look mixed, so I don't know if this is his biological daughter.
Yeah, but even in like an actual example, like, you know,
like you're half and half.
A lovely, vivacious black woman has sexual intercourse with a lovely, twiggy white guy.
Why you gotta be twiggy, bro?
Because twigs like the thick, and so. But in that case, like, is their child black or white?
I mean, to me, they're mixed.
Yes, but we never say mixed.
Don't we?
Nah.
Is Drake black? Is Drake mixed? What is Drake? Is he half and half?
My gauge is if you can say the N-word, you're black. If you can't, you're white.
Isn't that racial erasure?
Say what now?
It's a thing. I think I've heard of that phrase somewhere on TikTok, like racial, so there's apparently, you can let me know about this, that there's apparently people who are like white and like highly like conservative, who say like that interracial like relationships are like a threat to their race. Yes, I saw a documentary actually.
Yeah, there's definitely people like that. But there's also the other way. Like there's that, what's that, Dr. Kumar or something, who's the...
Oh, Dr. Umar? Where he's like...
he's just like, why are you even talking to a white bitch?
Yeah.
It's of all things. And personally, I think it both is just as racist as one another. But it's a lot harder to stay white than it is to stay black.
You guys don't have... So you know how like...
No, think about it. Because it's like our genes are weak compared to the black genes. Like you've got a sperm swimming up that fallopian tube. Like, first of all, black sperm's faster than white. The white ain't winning. And second of all, like, have you ever put like black paint into white paint? When you mix the two together, you never go, oh, that's white. You're like, wow, that's a very dark gray. You know, white never wins. Darkness will always overcome light. You know?
Oh my god! All the Christians are like, hold up now.
Yeah, hold up. yeah. Like, so I think there is a case to be said now that
that white erasure is a threat.
Black always wins.
Bro, I forgot.
They defeat us in sport. They defeat us in even swimming up the fallopian tube.
Bro, so wait, what was the original question? Okay, so the original couple, is that person white? Yes, or I say they're mixed, but you're right. It's a bit of both. But okay, so hold on. So okay, so the race erasure thing is. Have you ever met someone for whom that's a legitimate fear? They're like, oh my god.
No. I wouldn't say a legitimate fear. The thing that's just like, no, I haven't met anything like that. Like, nah.
Yeah, no, neither have I, honestly.
Nah. Everything that was going through my head was way too racist. So I was like, I'm not saying any of this. No, I did realize though, when I was staying in the States, like ages ago, when I looked at like my lover preference, and I looked at my like, my track record with ladies, I'm extremely sexually racist. Crazy. No diversity. And does that make me racist?
I know, right?
If I, like,
does it make
like
you
it's,
wonder?
is preference, like, you know how they say if you're not prepared to suck a dick, you're homophobic.
Bruh, who says that? Who you hanging around, Blake?
Gay people who want me to suck their dick, apparently.
What?
It's, it's such a gaslight. It's such a gaslight. It's like, hey, do you want to go home with me? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm straight. It's like, what are you, homophobic? I'm like, well, no. It's just like, hey, if you're not prepared, that'd be a good gaslight.
See something, say something, bro. Are you okay? Have you been to course?
I did self-defense classes.
That is my no spot.
No. Do not touch me there.
That actually is crazy. Damn. Can you imagine like gaslighting a gaslight?
Oh, dude. Isn't it funny?
That's wild.
If a gay guy is trying to turn a straight dude, totally okay. But if a straight dude is just, I don't even know what like a other way around. It's just funny. Like if a guy gets tricked into sleeping with a dude,
bro, that's not.
It's like, oh no.
Do you think that's possible? Is it possible to do it accidentally? Oh, I got drunk one night. Let's play this out.
Good question.
I went to the club. I got drunk one night. This guy kept on buying me shots. So I'm like, you know what? Actually,
what if it's a trans? Is it gay if you are drunk off your brain, you think you got a girl, you go home, like you know, every guy is jazzed up. Like when you just want release and your brain doesn't think.
Yeah. Man,
is it gay?
And right at the finish line.
When your PSI level is really high and you just need that pipe to burst.
Oh man! Now here's
that is. Well, no, seriously.
No, okay.
I'm not asking this because I'm asking for a friend. This is purely hypothetical. This is going to get taken out of context.
So
10 years from now, they pull it back up. Blake is into trans. This just in on CNN.
In this hypothetical, you know what'll be wild? If in this hypothetical Harry, we're gonna name him hypothetical.
I think if you're receiving it, you're gay.
But okay, now one step before that, because I mean at that point you went full. You went. What if you received oral, and then you found out? Or what if this person? Let's not say you. If this person received oral and then found out.
So here's my pushback. I have heard that the feeling of a male tongue compared to a female tongue is very different.
Really?
A female tongue is very soft, whereas a male tongue is a lot more, it's not tough, but it's like there's more friction to it. So I wonder if you were to get said BJ from a man who's appearing as a very lovely looking lady, I think you would know.
That's that, man.
But then again, once that PSI level is up, you're probably just going to be like, I'm probably imagining it. And you're drunk. We forgot that's the part of this story.
Part of the story. Man, honestly, I would say you're gay. And that's okay. If you went home
if you received it, but you received a BJ from a trans, but you didn't know that it was a trans.
Well, then no, I wouldn't say you're gay.
Okay.
But if you went home one night, you were drunk, and you was like, you know, they treated you well, they were awesome.
They treated you well.
You know, they bought you some drinks.
She was a lovely lady.
I'm just trying to imagine the story, the equivalent, the story that all the girls tell. The story that all the girls tell. Yeah, you know, we were drunk and he was cool and he had a yacht. You know, like the male equivalent of that. Like, yeah, we went.
She had tits.
They should have dick.
A great ass.
It was a nice dick though, so I was like, okay,
yeah.
You know, I think you are, and that's okay. But I just think that I don't think you can identify as heterosexual after performing that act, and that's okay. You're bi or you're gay, curious or whatever, and that's
There
fine.
is a funny trend though right now, and I went down this rabbit hole of guys who claim to be straight who date trans, and they're trying to overtly justify it about why it's cool. Like there's a bunch of accounts out there now. And like some of them are like cowboy dudes, and they're like, "Why it's cool to date my trans girl? It's like your homie," you know. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's not like your homie. It is your homie with tits and lipstick, and it's not gay." I'm like, kind of gay.
What's wrong with being gay though? Like
I don't know.
Like if you're, I mean, I feel like if I'm dating but does that what's illegitimate? Like delegitimize the trans person's transsexuality if you consider it gay. This whole thing is confusing, bro.
There's layers to this shit. There's LGBTQ layers to this.
It's confusing. And listen, but at the end of the day, as long as the dick you're sucking or taking is consensual, it's all good.
You are sucking a woman's dick.
Yeah, and she, he, they own it. Like, as long as it's consensual, like, yo, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Just be proud and loud and do what you need to do.
So Mr. Beast has had a trans. That was a great transition.
Oh man.
That is.
Well,
okay, let's dive into that.
This is gonna be a little fun conversation, I see.
Yeah. So, well, like we were talking about. So the Mr. Beast thing is a crazy thing, but
it is crazy.
Here is my opinion on Mr. Beast. Here's my opinion on the people coming out about Mr. Beast and why they are actually pieces of shit. Mm-hmm. All these people right now are coming out saying that Mr. Beast always knew. All right, if you knew that Mr. Beast knew, that means you knew and you said nothing until you can get clout now. So either way, those people that are coming out are absolute assholes regardless, because one, they're either lying and they're just trying to get clout off someone else who's bigger than them failing, or two, you knew and you said nothing. So regardless, like, Mr. Beast is either bad or good, but both scenarios, these people coming out saying he knew, are pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is the only people that I'm seeing coming out right now are people that have worked for him for 8 weeks or less. So they've probably been terrible employees and got fired, and they're disgruntled, and now this thing's come out about his friend, so they're trying to get one up on him.
Yeah.
It's never someone who has done amazing work for Mr. Beast and has how can you say that you've known so well about I know that the head of this $1 billion corporation, I knew his inner thoughts, but you worked there for 6 weeks.
I think it's an attention grab, and that's what it's all about. And I think that, this whole scenario for me, my perspective is that it really kind of unraveled a layer of the onion, so to speak. Because I feel like everyone has like two faces, right? Their public facing face and they're like who they really are. And I think this just kind of like took things one level deeper. And I think people are now questioning, as they should. I think we should question everything, and we should be allowed to. Mr. Beast's character, and I think that I'm just happy that thankfully it seems that people are taking it seriously, and it's not like the whole Drake thing where it's like, damn, that song was fire, let's put it in the club, and no one's really like, we should probably like talk about this at a deeper level.
Yeah. The only thing though with Mr. Beast, and this is where I don't fully agree with, like, how could you not know your friend is doing this stuff?
That's
I have had close friends of mine who had their friends, so not me, but they found out that their close friends had stashes of said CP. They had no idea that when they found out that information, they were mortified.
Yeah.
So this whole BS about how could you not know that one of your good friends does this stuff, I'm going to take a punt and guess that Kris probably didn't bring it up to Jimmy because he knew it was not good.
Yeah.
But again, like with anyone who gets a layer of success, especially someone like Mr. Beast, people just want to see them burn.
Yeah.
And when someone in their organization, particularly in their inner circle, does something terrible, rather than go like, holy crap, that's disgusting, let's see if this is bad, it's straight to, I want this successful person to burn, therefore I'm going to create this narrative that it is impossible for you to not know everything your friends do.
Yeah.
And it's impossible to know everything your friends do.
Very much so. And like you said, and so whether or not he was aware, that is debatable, right? I mean, people are saying that he was in the Discord, et cetera, and
in the Discord?
Yeah, so there were actually leaks of like 500 messages from a Discord that Kris Ava Tyson had, where he had like the people who were youthful within that were his employees. And like
useful is a wild place.
Youthful.
Youthful is a good way to say young.
Yeah, bro. But freaking, they were like his Discord moderators, and like they were building out his servers and like doing his like bots and whatnot. And they were
they were kids that worked for him.
Yes, they were kids that worked for him, and he was dropping like not safe for work links and like anti links within like the chat. And he asked for it to be proposed. This is all alleged. He asked for it to be scrubbed beforehand, and they said that you can see in the history that Jimmy's Mr. Beast Discord account that was linked to his like Twitter was in the chat. And I mean, so you can say that he must have known, but you could play devil's advocate. I mean, with everything else he has going on, like being like the founder of his enterprise,
and he's got a lot of strings he's pulling.
Yeah, with a lot of employees, there is a world in which he may not have known, and so I think it's proving whether or not like his knowledge is probably nigh impossible unless there's like some concrete evidence of like Kris Everett Tyson saying, "Hey, I'm on that weird shit," and he's like, "Bet, that's dope, bro. You're safe here." That's different,
yeah,
right? But in the case like where things are at right now, the only truth is, like you pointed out, logically, if someone is saying that Jimmy knew, that means you knew that Jimmy knew, which mean that you knew and you didn't say anything. And I feel like that's the whole crazy thing. I mean, honestly, I'm just happy to be alive right now. Because life gets stressful, but there is some juicy tea. Like I'm just like, all right, well, here comes my work week. Time to make some sales calls and find out who else is being flamed up today. It puts things in perspective.
Yeah, it's a crazy time where now it's like every week there's something that you have to worry about, and it is so exhausting.
I think it's liberating.
It kind of is, but it's also like the problem is when you don't know what to focus on. Like I'm decreasing my social media intakes. I'm just like, bro, I just can't. I'm running out of things to enjoy watching because it's usually like right now the entertainment is real life, unfortunately, because it's so insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
And the problem with that is it's like you can't detach to it because real life is real life. Whereas like I can watch a movie that has controversy. I can watch a TV series that has controversy. I know it's fake, but I can be invested in it. And once I turn it off, I'm like, dude, that was an insane story.
Yeah.
And I can tell you about it. We have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But like all this political stuff, these CP allegations left, right, and center, you start talking about it with people and it's so charged and it's so just like you leave and everyone else knows about it and they're so angry about it. Like I can't even talk about like liquid death water without someone telling me that it's a satanic company. And I'm just like, or it's not.
Yeah.
There's also a world where they're leaning into the controversy because you keep talking about it. And I just like their water. There's also that. But it's like nothing at the moment now can I say, how cool is this? Because everything is attached to something politically now where it's just getting so insane.
Yeah, and to your point actually too about it, because I've started to indulge myself in content like about like this drama, because it's just been, I'm like, I just want something to, like if I want to turn my brain off for a time being to relax. But I think for me, I started to decrease that because I've realized it's not nearly as rejuvenating as watching like a video essay on something like entertaining, like about like Boeing or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Boeing?
Yeah, I don't know why I said.
I was gonna say what? Like,
well, actually,
that's pretty corrupt.
The economics of airline travel are actually pretty fascinating and fun. Not gonna like nerd out right now.
They love killing people. It's a very, very. It's profitable
Except
for Hitman.
For Spirit. Spirit has taken a loss to keep their flights safe. Well, per Spirit standard, which is
it's
not safe for us.
If you're paying $49 for a flight,
you know what you're about. You know what it's like going to McDonald's.
You're buying some sticky tape on a wing,
bro. It's like going to McDonald's. You're like, those chicken nuggets aren't chicken, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But like with a lot of this stuff that's coming out now, it's like you're consuming. Like if these allegations are true, and even the chance that they are true, if you're gonna have the energy and time to dig into this, you should be doing something. Whether it's whatever.
Get a job.
But when it's like a fake movie, like Aliens, it's like, well, that's not really happening. So I can, you know what I mean?
Well, we saw how quickly they brushed over the fact of Epstein.
Yeah, that's
like
wild.
Something that massive, that intertwined with so many big figures, and he blatantly was assassinated, and we just go, huh. Yeah, that's strange. Definitely was an inside job. Oh, well, what's Kim Kardashian doing?
Yeah.
If that's how people think, I mean, even if Kris was doing insane stuff, which it seems like there was a case, it's going to get brushed over.
Unfortunately.
You know, like, and even if Jimmy is guilty of being in cahoots with it, which I personally don't see any evidence yet that even remotely suggests it. It just feels more like people hate him. It'll get brushed under the rug. Like, all you've got to do is squash a story with another story, and right now there is no shortage of stories.
You know who? If I were to be a evil criminal organization, I would love to be alive right now. You know, like if I was like planning a bank heist or trying to break into the CIA or whatever, or if I was like a terrorist organization, I'd be like, guys, yes, they're not worried about us at all right now, guys. Like, we're there on that YouTuber. Let's go make a.
Do you know what's funny though? It is so funny watching how hard the right wing is going with cancel culture now. After 3 years of them constantly complaining about cancel culture and how disgusting the left is, and they're not trying to do free speech. They're canceling this and that. The right wing are doing a great job at really achieving everything that they were complaining about 3 years ago. You know, like, but they go hard. Like, the left is like, oh, he said a mean word. Whereas they're just like, hey, everyone here fucks kids. It looks straight away. You're like, hey, how you going? I have blue hair. Child fucker.
You know what's actually crazy to think about? I was talking to some of my friends about this recently, and I feel like CP allegations are like the worst of the worst. But when you put it into perspective, like, it is more appalling than eating your own shit. Like, if you came out and had a podcast and you said, you know, I eat my own shit every day. I reuse it, and I think it's good for me. That people are like gonna be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You come out and you say,
it's a victimless crime.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's victimless. That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But if you eat someone else's shit, now you could be talking some serious allegations.
That's the point where you draw the line.
And it also depends where where was it on the stool chart? Are we talking a 4 and 5, or like a 1?
What do these 4 and 5s and 1s refer to?
Okay, so a 1 is like complete diarrhea. 4 to 5 is a nice solid, you know, it's got some liquid to it, so it comes out nice. And then a 9 is like you're shitting out bricks.
No, we're talking. Let's raise the stakes. We're talking about a nice primo, like poop emoji, a nice silhouette.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Then. No, that's cool. That's healthy. That's definitely healthy.
Those microbiomes.
Yeah, healthy microbiome. You know, you got a good swell. I've always wondered, you know, when you do see those poops, how is that achieved? Like, did someone just go there and just go,
you know? I sometimes
just finish off the edge and pinch.
I wonder, because so here's a little fun fact: you can actually sell your poop for money if you're healthy enough.
Yeah, I used to do it.
Oh,
I made $10,000 a year,
bruh.
You didn't know that?
That's some fire shit right there.
Yeah, back in Australia, I would poop into a Chinese takeaway container, wrap it up in a plastic bag, and then just drop it off, leave it out the back door of the facility. I would get $200 a week.
That's pretty fire.
I've been trying to do it here, so there's a place that does it. I still feel like it's a little bit of like a coup just to find out what certain men poop. It's like a fetish.
That would be wild.
Here's why.
That's a conspiracy theory.
So here's why. Like, one, the money doesn't make sense. They're telling me $180,000 a year, which makes no fucking chance.
I was going to tell you.
I've applied for it. I applied for it, and they actually hit me back.
Oh shit!
And so I've got the email back, but the way in which, because I've done it in Australia and I know the protocol that they did for that, seeing what they're doing this one makes no freaking sense. In Australia, I didn't like. They're just like, are you healthy? Do you have any pre-existing conditions? Blah blah blah. Do 3 stool samples. We'll test it. Then we'll get back to you. This one is like, give us a photo of you shirtless.
Yeah.
And then 3 of your poops as a photo. And I'm like, and they just take a photo in the bathroom and like in the toilet. And I'm like, I know for a fact, because I used to make money from poop in Australia, you cannot see the health of my poo through water in an iPhone photo, even if it's an iPhone 14. And the shirtless photo makes no sense. So I swear what they're doing is they're putting together this massive archive for someone to get their jollies off, and they're just like, oh, mate, that was Wednesday's poop for that guy.
Man. Can you imagine it's like some prince from Dubai?
Oh, Maybe, or it's
Wow.
just, I mean, they're based in California, so, I mean, it's on brand. It's on brand. Someone in San Francisco. But,
One of these tech bros.
that's the current step I'm up to right now.
You know how
And
that goes. I've always wanted to qualify. I just haven't been lean enough. Because on the application they say your physique you should be a top athlete.
which is so, here's why that's so stupid. You can be lean and unhealthy as fuck.
Yeah, you just have
You don't have,
Yeah.
you can be soft
Yep.
and have healthy microbiome.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, based on my knowledge with the past, making money off my poop in Australia and going through the whole process, this process, I still did it, but it feels like
180 G's for some, bro.
it doesn't make sense. I was making 10, which is that's Australian dollars, which is the equivalent of 6.5 a year.
Which
Honestly, I'm getting paid for something I'm gonna do anyway. Like
Yeah.
I literally would poop and just on the way to work. it was so convenient for me. So I'm like, I get like
sponsored by.
Stacy sent the first one for me.
Wow.
I literally left my poop in a Chinese takeaway container, and then she put it in a backpack and took it. Like, that's love.
That is love, but also more importantly, you were saving lives because they're using that to replace.
It does change a lot of sentences now for me. When people are like, you're a piece of shit, I'm like, that's valuable.
I mean,
Or if you're a piece of shit, I'm like, so I save lives. Or that's not worth shit, I'm like, that's $40.
you know,
It changed.
least.
Well, each of my poops was $40. So I'm like,
Wow.
I
really hope you get the one in America too, bro. I want to.
bro, if I can make 180 grand a year just selling my poo poo,
Wow,
it's crazy.
that is fucking fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Imagine that. Like,
You know
so,
what? I am.
You know
more
when
so-
women are like, I want to find a man that makes 100 grand a year minimum. It'd be like, so what do you do for work? Oh, I sell my shit. And he'd be
Now-
like, would a woman still? That'd be. I want to go on the whatever podcast and be like, what do you think a man should make? Oh, 100 grand a year minimum. What if he sells his shit and makes 180? Would you still date him? Because all he has to do is eat and poop. Is that a respectable job? That is like the OnlyFans. No.
Wow. No. Yes.
No, because that's serving
you have to be lean.
But you're saving lives. That's the difference. You're saving lives.
Are OnlyFans girls not saving lives?
I mean, they're definitely delaying incel suicide.
Yeah, they are. You know, those automated messages. Hey, babes. For some guys, that's the only one they ever get.
It's true.
You know. But I think that pooping in a box is more noble than OnlyFans, personally, because you're literally saving people who are like medically unable to have like their immune system's fucked up, and you're like, listen, my shit will save you.
Yeah.
And you can't really drink, you can't really party, and you can't do hard drugs because you have to keep your shit pristine. You're making
true.
sacrifices. You can be on blow and do OnlyFans. You can't do that and poop for it.
That's true.
You're making sacrifices.
Cocaine ruins the microbiome.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. Hence why being lean is not enough. I think you're right. I think them asking for shirtless photos is a red flag.
That was the red flag, but also the photos of
They ask
just
your
take a
IG.
photo, while it's in the water, and I'm like, I wiped my butt, and I'm like, oh crap! Now the toilet paper's covering the poop.
Fuck.
How
bro.
do I had to delay a day.
I really want to know. When do you get results? When do you find out?
That's the problem. They didn't say.
They didn't.
Very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Yeah, but you know what though? I almost can guarantee if you ask a girl, that's such a. We need to write this shit down. But if you ask a girl if he makes 880K taking shits, she probably will. I think she's gonna say no because I dated a girl and I said if everything about it was the same but I drove Uber, like would you still be fucking with me? And she was like no immediately. I was like what the fuck,
Titles.
bruh. That's tragic.
Yeah.
Everything about me is the same.
Well, you could just tell her that you're a CEO. You're a crap executive officer. She doesn't have to know what the CEO stands for. Like, what do you do? Oh, I'm a CEO of a medical company.
I was gonna say make shitting sexy, but you just did.
Yeah.
I'm a CEO
of a medical company that helps with the microbiome of people to sustain their living. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah, that's 180 grand a year. It's like, it's shit easy work.
Great. I work about 5 hours. Wait. I work about.
How hard is it? It's like, well, it's 24 hours. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I've really got to maintain what I'm eating. Really, why? Well, it's all about being healthy and leading by example. Interesting. And
Oh, he cooking.
yeah, And it's like, what does this require for work? You're like, not too much. But people depend on me, you know?
Bro, can you imagine the country club with eating your everyone's going around the room?
Yep, sorry guys, gotta go earn $500.
Now imagine being a shift influencer. Teaching damn, if you get that job, that could be a whole new argument, like a whole new journey for you, bro. Teaching young men how to get their gut microbiome cleaned so that they can do the same thing, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they do have like a referral based thing too, and
they do. Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, it's like $2,000 per referral. But again, like even that's like, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It's too good of money. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. Like, I thought making 10 grand Australian a year from my poop was too good to be true. Then you tell me it's going to be 180. That's way too good.
That's fucking crazy. What's the name of this? I'm going to find the site.
I can't remember. It's on my email somewhere. I'm going to find it
so people can know we are capping.
I will send it to you.
Please. I can't qualify. I got to lean up more. I stopped drinking like I used to, so I can do that part.
I just feel like I've been duped. I think there's some dude with some guy with like a car battery attached to his nipples right now, just rubbing his meat, looking at my shirtless body and my turds.
You know, I will tell you what though. I think about humanmicrobes.org.
That's probably it.
Wow, yep, this is it.
It's a .org. That sounds legitimate.
What? Now offering $1 million per stool for highly effective donors and 50. What?
No,
that's not that one.
That's gotta be a fake. Hand me that. That's a fake. That's gotta be a fake.
wait.
$1 million per stool.
You about to go get a bag? Hey, I want my referral fee. Yeah. But it's like, let me see that one.
Human microbiome. That's the website. It pays for. We're now offering.
You know what it probably is? It's probably harder to find candidates.
Now offering $1 million per stool for highly effective donors and $500,000 referral.
Bro, in 2024.
That's gotta be a Nah, hold on.
Or just.
I emailed it to 120. Wait. How badly do you want this? Nah, hold on. Absolutely. I've experienced the same phenomenon, but okay, I gotta look into this because I think I just got duped. This thing is raising donors payouts to 500 seem to be a major catalyst that resulted in over 1 million donor applications, but most applicants are average people looking to make some extra money. They are not my target demographic and don't come close to qualifying. I'll raise the payouts even. $1 million per stool. Nah, this motherfucker is definitely trying to find some.
I don't think it's a site that I went to originally though.
That's the same numbers that I got. Nah, human microbes.
Is it .org or .com?
No, that's the one.
That's the one?
I think this fucker is running a scam. Vice on HBO. So he's been on Vice. Bro, there's no way you're paying $1 million for one shit.
I mean, but the thing is, you can clone bacteria though. So like, but hold on. But
again, back to his system. His system is absolute fucking shit. You cannot tell from a photo with the quality of microbiome, particularly if it's in the toilet.
So okay, so this one is the one $1,500 per month. So this is Good Nature. I guess there's a lot of different. You know what?
But that's not the one I hit up. That one I hit up is that microorganisms.com or whatever. Whatever.
You know, I mean, there goes Dude Wipes. That goes 130. I mean, damn. Now, here's my thing. So, let's say that you're right, and this person does have a fetish. I've been thinking about this a lot. Can you imagine how hard it must be for him if he has, like, that particular fetish?
I mean, he's pretty hard by the sound of it. He's got 1.2 million examples.
Wait, that's actually crazy. But I think about that sometimes. Like, you know, life is all about perspective. It's like, life can be hard as me, but I could be a guy that like would only get off by poop from someone who's has a 6-pack, is healthy in America. That's now we're talking like that's small percentages.
Yeah, he's definitely there's definitely a dude with card batteries attached to his nipples right now, just ferociously masturbating to stools, just ferociously running out of blood from his penis.
Aggressively.
Bro, that man has calluses on both sides of his dick.
That's also a shame because he's taking away good samples from those who could really use it.
Well, he's not though, because like that's what I mean, you poop in the toilet and you flush it.
Oh, you're right.
Like I'm saying, the whole system made no sense. So I was like, this seems sus.
Damn.
I don't think I ever uploaded my shirtless photo, so maybe that's why he never got back to me. That's why.
Well, good nature.
I think it was just because I felt. I'm gonna have to look this out because I don't think I ended up posting the shirtless photo because I was like, there's just like my poops are up there, but I mean,
you know what?
They're anonymous poops.
Goodnatureprogram.com is the one that I went through. Step 1: see if you're eligible. Ask a few questions. If you qualify, then you do a phone screen. Then they do a phone screen. They call you. Then you do samples.
Yes.
Then you become a daily donor.
That's the system that I did in Australia.
That makes more sense.
So microorganism. What was it?
Good Nature Program.
What was the other one? The shady one.
Oh, that one was humanmicrobes.org.
So humanmicrobes.org is definitely a guy with a fetish who wants you to send his poo photos so he can just ferociously masturbate.
Yeah, we don't trust this one. But the freaking Good Nature Program, that one seems legit. This is crazy. This is actually freaking crazy.
Yeah, well, he got me,
bro.
No, he didn't. He didn't get me.
Because you did it. I
didn't send my photo. I just sent poo photos.
There we go, Blake.
Fuck you. All right, well, that's enough. We'll end this. This is a shit topic to end on, but
yikes,
we're good.
We're good.
All right, guys. We'll subscribe if you're still watching this or listening to this wherever you are.
And if you did make it this far, go ahead and try out Good Nature Project.
Yeah.
Excuse us.
Make some money from poop. It is possible.
It is legit.
It's a legit thing. I have done it. All right, bye, guys.